Hey, Steve Honan coming to you live again. And actually, I am changing my the title of my podcast. The title of my podcast is now Steve Honan Goes to Mars. And the title of my this YouTube video is finally some really significant information. So this is the crazy thing. If you hear a noise in the background, it's my dog whining. Fred is 14 years old and he's making a lot of noise, sort of like me when I eat. You know, it's like, this is so good, I make noise. But anyway, he's not doing that, he's not eating. But anyway, so finally significant information. But I'm changing Steve from Steve Honan Goes to Mars because, and this is me, 30 years down the road, finally realizing, getting what it takes to sort of like get to be that person that's on the stage at the event. And if you've been to any, and I have been to, this is a crazy thing. I have been in so many different, get rich quick schemes, MLMs, real estate companies. I mean, you name it. I don't even want to tell you how much money I've spent, blown, trying to find the way. But the crazy thing is, this is it. It wasn't them that had the way. It was me. I had so little faith in me. But not that I couldn't learn. I did learn a lot of things. It was great experiences. But the idea in today's market, because the whole world has changed, and you guys who are watching this, mostly boomers, 50 plus, you know that back in the day when you were sitting in front of the TV, the only people you were watching were the big money advertisers. Nestle and, Fruit Loops and Corn Flakes, Kellogg and Johnson Wax and LSMFT. Lucky Strike means fine tobacco. I bet you didn't know that one. Winston tastes good like a cigarette should. I mean, this stuff that's ingrained in your head that you didn't even know that you knew. But the point is that individually we all get to become that, the commercial. We have that potential in today's market. So today, and I've been, it's the new year and I've been going through a lot of stuff and, having my meltdown and then my comeback to focus and stop whining and do what it takes to get there. And the there is, for you, it's what you think. And for me, it's what I think. So I wrote down some goals and I've been following this one guy who is associated with ClickFunnels, which is a huge, the ClickFunnels thing is off the charts successful. And so I'm, kind of working on becoming a ClickFunnels master at 63. And I'm changing from, this is a crazy thing. I am changing from I have a service business where I'm working with my hands. My hands aren't working. I don't get paid. Like right now, I'm not getting paid, but I'm building. I'm building for the future. This YouTube channel is about me practicing, coming to you, scratching my ear. The crazy thing is all this stuff starts happening and I have to learn how to ignore it. It's just like, I don't care if my foot's on fire. I'm going to sit here and talk to you with the greatest composure ever. Okay, that's what I'm going to do. But finally, some significant information. So I'm following this guy named Steven Larsen, Larsen. And Fred's whining. Yeah, I was going to pick him up and show him to you, but he walked away. So Stephen Larson, and I like this guy. He's significantly younger than me, probably by 30 years, but has an energy and a dynamic that I really relate to. And that is something else that you get to bring you to the world and find your audience, my audience. And that's, I think, the thing that I struggled with. Struggled. I mean, it just like, and the pieces are fitting together, and I want to make 2019 my year, the year that I made it happen. And I'm going to do it. So if you want to follow me, send me an email, stevehonan@gmail.com, and we'll talk. So what I have is I wrote down some notes. The first thing you have to, if you're looking to start a business, and basically what I'm doing is I am building my, and I don't want to say retirement years, because the word retirement means to be put out of service. And I'm not being put out of service. I am not giving up. I'm not closing the door and spending the rest of my life on, I mean, I don't golf, but on the golf course, or, sitting in front of the TV in my recliner. Absolutely not. So I have to think of a new word for my future, whatever, time, back to the future. But I want to create something that will bring me into my future where I don't have to scale down. And that's what a lot of people, their retirement is they start getting smaller and less productive. And it's just like you've spent your whole life, you've got a world of information to give. And I'm running long on the time, but anyway, my passion is that I live out the second half of my life as healthy as a horse, not connected with any doctor and or hospital and or drug company, of which I am not right now at 63. I don't take a single drug, as healthy as a horse. And I am not I've never been a super athlete. My wife has been the health food nut. And so we just do that. But anyway, a couple of points that I want to, finally some great information, is you have to know your audience. Who I'm talking to are the people like me that are looking for that. It's sort of like, so you retire, and I know some people, they've got millions saved. I'm not one of those people. I have nothing. Well, not nothing, but pretty close to it. I'm waiting for my miracle to happen, like the lottery tickets or a few investments that I have that are going to skyrocket. But I can't depend on that. I have to go to work, but not the work, the fun stuff, the stuff that keeps my mind active, that is exploding, that's so cool, that engages the talents and the skills that I've never really engaged to, and that's what I want, the future. So, finally, some great information. So, know your audience, know who you're talking to, which I thought was, epic. And you have to know who you are, what you have, why they would listen to you, and is it worth it? A couple of questions that you need to answer. So, and the catch to this is, people don't join your business. They join you. Like, you're going to join me in my mission. And part of my mission is to save the world. And I always think of, and I don't know how many of you people relate to this, but when my kids were growing up, there was this one cartoon called Pinky and the Brain. And it was hysterical. And if you if you knew about it, drop me a note below, because I thought the funniest part was at the beginning of every cartoon, they would say, Pinky, what do you want to do? And he said, world domination. And that's sort of where I'm going. I want to inspire people in my age bracket, a little younger, a little older, to break out of the system and get frickin' healthy. So, but there is a whole lot of information that needs to be transmitted, and follow me, because I am going to be, I hate these things where you go on and you listen to these speeches and you listen to them tell about all their struggles, and then they get to tell you the answer to all their struggles. It's $1,000 course. And I just I want to break my computer. I want to throw it out the window. But I don't, because I need to use it tomorrow. But that said, follow me, because I am going to bring you pertinent information, and we together will build an empire. Thank you so much for watching. It's been awesome, and I'm looking forward to my future. And I'm not going to be put out of service. My future is, my next 20 years are going to explode compared to my last 20 years. And my last 20 years were good. I did a lot of awesome stuff, and we'll talk about that later. But I want to just go 100 times what I did the last 20 years. I want to make it a lot more fun. So, Steve Hona Goes to Mars, thank you for watching. I shall return.